fascists, actual Nazis, SJWs, communists, extreme leftists, authoritarians, very pious religious people, extremist religious people like ISIS, like extremists of any religion. All of these things are anti-thought. One of the great, possibly the great pleasure of life is to think about things, to be challenged, to explore ambiguity in characters, such as that in the Joker. One of the most soul-crushing things, but there's something that may appeal to morons, to literal low IQ people, to average, below average people who just aren't very intelligent and or don't have an inquiring mind. One thing that may appeal to them is being told what to thought, told what to think, not be challenged, to be told, look, if you like Trump, you're just a bigot. You know, you're not allowed to say he's done some good stuff in some ways. He's pure evil. This is what you're allowed to think. You are a white man. You're not allowed to think. You have to sit at the back and do what you're told. It's that authoritarianness, the Mussolini style authoritarianism, pure evil people like Che Guevara, like Fidel Castro, Stalin, Lenin, people of pure evil. Maybe Karl Marx, or maybe he was just a clueless fuck. Karl Marx was wrong about pretty much everything. Clueless fuck who invented communism and is responsible indirectly for hundreds of millions of deaths probably, and just an immiseration of entire continents full of people, wars, etc. Marx, dumb prick. Stalin, Lenin, evil people. Che Guevara, evil. Castro, evil. Maduro, evil. Just communists are evil people. But they're also just a bit dumb. They're just not very intelligent. And these kind of ideologies, I think, appeal to dumb people. Like, I just think SJWs are just dumb. Like, really extreme hardcore feminists just aren't very smart. Because if they were smart, they would have huge doubts, such big doubts about the bullshit they're spouting. I'm talking about intersectional feminists when I say feminists. I mean, pretty much everyone wants just women to have the same legal rights as men in the West now. No one's saying we want to remove the vote. That's... But by the equality definition, everyone's a feminist. I'm talking about intersectional feminists. And any intelligent intersectional feminist wouldn't be an intersectional feminist because it's obviously a dumb, extreme, wrong ideology. That it's full of cracks. The people espousing this extremism are just morons. And because if they weren't, they would begin to doubt every facet of it, and they'd stop being intersectional feminists. Antifa people would stop being Antifa because they're clearly the bad guys. They're throwing cement at old people, like they're beating up old people because they want to go and hear someone talk. These people are just dumb. All of these extreme leftist activists are just dumb. I think the same goes for the extreme right. Actual genuine Nazis, not everyone, which is basically anyone who's not an extreme leftist is a Nazi, according to the left. That's clearly not true. But actual extremists, actual people that actually do hate based on race, on the right, and I think these people are fairly rare these days, but they too are just dumb. Because the world and life is clearly much more nuanced than the ideologies these people are pushing. These ideologies are just extreme, and they're based on statements that are unscientific, that are obviously wrong, that are disproved, that are bullshit, that are arbitrary, such as one race being good or bad. This is all bullshit. Extremists are just a bit dumb. If they genuinely believe it. If they don't, and a lot of people have to pretend about this stuff, probably most people pretending to be intersectional are lying to preserve their job. But they're actually contributing to evil, extreme ideologies. What they should do is everyone should just fucking push back. Especially the people with little to lose. We need to expose this evil to good ideas through conversation. We need to win the argument. and these ideas will die, or they'll be like communism. Communism is fully discredited. It's been tried countless times. It never works. It leads to tyranny. It's obvious that communism is bullshit. There's still morons at universities who are communists, even though all the evidence is there showing it can never work, 'cause it doesn't harness the free market. So you'll still get some morons who'll be intersectional feminists, but they will be pushed into the corners and laughed at, just like we laugh at communists, because communism is dumb. It's espoused by morons and brainwashed people. These people will be on the fringes of society again. At the moment, intersectionality is enforced in most workplaces. It's enforced at universities and government. It's pushed onto people. Unscientific bullshit, and unconscious bias training, anti-white hate, anti-male hate, anti-straight white men hate is pushed on people as an ideology in business, in big businesses, in universities and government. This shit needs to go back to the batshit crazy fringes where it came from, because it's not only is it evil, not only is it bigotry, it's just fucking wrong. So this stuff needs to be exposed to argument, laughed at, ridiculed, and pushed back where it belongs, in its own little bigoted corner of the world, because it is just bigotry. And it's espoused by fucking idiots. Because if you're not an idiot, there's no way you'd be able to put up with the cognitive dissonance of this shit. There's no way that the racism of intersectionality, you're a white male, you have to sit at the back of the bus and not speak. There's no way you'd say that with a straight face and think, but isn't that a bit racist and sexist? Because you would think that, and then you would just not be intersectional anymore. Same with feminists. Oh, you're manspreading, you're mansplaining. Well, there's a woman sitting on a seat over there. She's saying something in a condescending way to that man, and she's extremely fat and sitting with her fat legs wide apart, taking up 2 seats. Is she woman spreading and womansplaining? Oh, there's no words for those. Why? Because intersectional feminism is a hate movement. It's a hate movement against straight white men. This is just obvious logic based on the simple facts that people are telling us. Again, if you're intelligent, you can see this, and you'll stop being an intersectional feminist, because it's obviously just a bigoted hate movement designed to take power from people, take money from people. It's got nothing to do with equality. It's got nothing to do with feminism, in fact. So once you view SJWs and extreme leftists and extreme rightists as just morons, it all starts to make a lot more sense.
The Deviant Developer Podcast. Tap subscribe in any podcast app to never miss an episode. Please leave a review on iTunes and like on YouTube. It's essential to spread the word. To contact me or make a welcome donation, go to thedeviantdeveloper.com. Your support is greatly appreciated.